Okay, guys, I need to put you onto something, and it's something I really think that the supernatural audience is going to like. It's called Reign of Shadows and Endings by Melissa K. Rorick. An instant part New York Times bestseller. It originally blew up on Book Talk, like tens of thousands of reviews. Major fan obsession energy. If you love dark romantasy, which I didn't know was a thing, but it is, with serious world building, this one delivers. Fae, dragons, gods, shifters, vampires. Basically everything that a supernatural fan could want. Plus a really unique twist with modern technology woven into the fantasy world. And the tropes, oh man, don't get me started on the tropes. You got fated mates, enemies with benefits, morally gray characters like Rich, toucher and die, forced proximity, truly all the good stuff. But what really stands out is the emotional depth. The main character is dealing with anxiety and depression in a way that actually shapes the story, so it hits on a deeper level while giving you, that addictive, dramatic romance. Also, if you're a special edition person, there's a gorgeous deluxe version with stenciled edges, foil details, and full color character art from Kensington Publishing. It's on sale now, so if you've been looking for your next fantasy binge, this is it. Reign of Shadows and Endings by Melissa K. Rorick. You can find it anywhere books are sold, in print and in ebook.
So good, so good, so good.
New markdowns up to 70% off are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. Stock up and save big on shoes, tops, dresses, accessories, and more must-haves for summer. Join the Nordy Club to unlock exclusive discounts, shop new arrivals first, and more. Plus, buy online and pick up at your favorite Rack store for free. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.
In 2005, two brothers hit the road searching for their father and ended up fighting demons, ghosts, monsters, angels, and preventing the apocalypse.
Over 15 seasons, Supernatural became more than just a television series. It became a fandom, a community, and for many people, a chosen family.
I'm Richard Speight Jr. I played the Trickster, Gabriel, Loki, and I also directed a number of episodes along the way.
And I'm Rob Benedict. I played Chuck Shirley, who was later revealed to be God.
Spoiler alert! Now, we spent years making the show, but we never actually sat down and watched every single episode in order. Until now.
And this season, we're diving into Season 9, the fallout of the angel trials and the fall of heaven, secret possessions and broken trust, and a whole new war between angels, demons, and the Winchester brothers.
Each week, we'll revisit every episode alongside the actors, writers, directors, editors, composers, and a whole slew of crew members who helped bring the series to life.
We'll share behind-the-scenes stories, revisit unforgettable moments, and talk about what happened on set, preserving the history of this iconic show.
Now, fair warning, just like Rob proved a few seconds ago, there will be spoilers.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, there will be. And remember, this is our first real watch through of the series, so if we forget a plot point, mix up some lore, or don't know what happens 3 episodes from now, that's just part of the ride.
So join us as we fire up the Impala once again, hit the open road, and continue our journey through Season 9 of Supernatural. Hey everybody, it's Rob Benedict.
And hey everybody, it's Richard Speight Jr.
And we're talking about Season 9, Episode 5, Dog Dean Afternoon.
A play on the Al Pacino classic, Dog Dean Afternoon.
Dog Day.
Oh, that's the spin.
Dog Day Afternoon.
That's what they did.
Yeah, which was a movie, and now I think they're made it into a Broadway show. Pretty sure.
I think it's an ice musical, if I'm not mistaken.
It's on ice. Yeah, it's on ice, and it's touring. Hey, did you know that you can watch the video interviews with your favorite cast members on Patreon?
You know what that sounds like? That sounds like you get to sit with Jensen Ackles and Jared and watch the show.
Yeah, you can watch the video with your favorite cast members.
Not of your favorite cast members.
So join our Patreon and you'll know what we're talking about.
Jared will come to your house.
It requires a Super Archangel membership. and $10,000. Now, it requires an Archangel membership.
You made me do a spit take there, Robbie. That was good.
You also get access to our live streams, bonus content, and the early release of episodes. Why wait till Monday when you can listen on Saturday?
Yeah, baby.
That's what I always say. That's on the t-shirt.
That's what I always say, dude. It's what I used to say to the ladies.
But Rich, where do they go if they want to find out what this party's about?
That's easy. They go to patreon.com/SPN then and now.
That's right. Patreon, patreon.com/SPN then and now. So check that out.
Yeah, man. And maybe you'll get a ding dong at your door and some of your favorite celebs will be there to watch videos with you of them.
A ding dong at your door. Ding dong at your door. It's Dog Dean afternoon.
A ding dong at your door. It's Wang Stensler.
Usually I get a Twinkie at my door. Do you get it? Ding dongs? Anybody?
It took me a second.
Those chocolate.
Yeah, for sure.
I used to love ding dongs. All right, shall I get into it?
Let's do it, Robbie. Why don't you summarize? We'll start with a summary.
Okay. In Enid, Oklahoma, taxidermist Max Alexander is working on a bizarre rodent-themed display when his dog becomes agitated by something outside.
I loved everything about that, though. Those props.
Yeah, the
Hilarious.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Max investigates and gets attacked by a mysterious man in a cowboy hat with a snake-like tongue who brutally kills him by literally folding his body in half. Did you know this actor?
No.
Yeah, he got like a special credit, and he looks familiar.
Oh, I didn't notice that in the credits, but I will say I had, mentally noted to say that he's great.
Sam and Dean look into the case from the Men of Letters bunker. Although Dean wants Sam to continue recovering from his recent ordeal, Sam insists on joining the hunt. At the crime scene, they find the words "Die Scum" spray painted on the building, along with a paw print symbol. They learn that the animal entrails are missing, but there are no signs of ghosts, witches, or other familiar supernatural activity. Research traces the paw print symbol to an animal rights group called SNART. I thought that was funny.
That was really funny.
Showing no animal rough treatment.
I want to say that out of the gate, I was like, there's some cool shots in this episode.
Yeah.
Like when the door was open and kind of the camera swung around and kind of landed on the symbol and the paint on the door.
Yeah.
It was cool.
The founders, Dylan and Olivia, admit to vandalizing the taxidermy shop, but deny killing Max. They mention hearing a strange hissing sound before being attacked by what they thought was mace to their eyes. Sam determines that the symptoms were actually caused by venom.
Again, I liked that couple was good, and I liked the sunglass bit because you knew something was up, but you didn't know what.
Yeah. That was funny. And Jensen is so funny in this episode, and his reaction to the glasses. When he goes, I don't know if you could tell,
Yeah, he put it back up.
Yeah, go ahead and put your glasses back on. Meanwhile, the mysterious killer visits a local animal shelter, steals several cats, and eats one. I didn't love that. It's hard to watch cats being put in bags.
Those weren't real cats, buddy. Being put in the bags.
What?
They were stunt men in cat suits.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I totally understand why you wouldn't want that to happen. Neither does Hollywood. Hollywood would never.
No, I forgot that some stuntmen are cat size. The act grants him feline traits, including claws. When a shelter employee catches him, the killer murders him as well.
I thought that guy was funny, kind of like the guy sitting at the desk.
Yeah, totally. At the shelter, Sam and Dean encounter Max's dog, the Colonel. Hoping the dog witnessed the murders, Sam contacts Kevin Tran, unavailable for the episode.
Yeah, he didn't contact him with a paycheck, but contacted him by name only.
For a spell that will allow communication with animals.
You've heard the term rhino, Republican in name only. We gotta have like Kino, character in name only. Like you're not getting a check. We're gonna say your name.
We're never gonna see his face.
Chino.
What's that, Kevin? Huh? Oh. Dean volunteers to test it. At first, nothing happens, but later, Dean suddenly begins hearing the Colonel speak. The dog confirms that a man in a cowboy hat committed the murders. The spell has side effects. As Dean's mind becomes linked to canine instincts, he starts acting increasingly like a dog. He wants to play fetch, barks at a mailman, and develops an ability to understand all animals, not just dogs.
Dude, the fetch and the mailman thing were just great.
Yeah.
And so subtly done by Jensen.
Yeah.
Just great. And Jared's reaction was like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Are you
totally.
doing that?
Despite the absurdity, the spell provides useful clues. Returning to the shelter, Dean interviews the animals. One witness reveals that the killer carried a bag labeled avant-garde cuisine. leading the brothers to a high-end restaurant.
Well, but I mean, let's not bury that sequence with Leslie Jordan. Super funny. All the belly rubbing and not you, that tall drink of water.
Yeah. That was really funny. Yeah. Dean also, that was a great, for not knowing who he is, that was a great Leslie Jordan impersonation.
Thank you.
Dean also impulsively frees the shelter dogs before leaving.
Well, just to clarify, once you clarified, I know exactly who Leslie Jordan was. For some reason, you saying it in this sort of special guest thing, I was thinking because of the show and the reference.
Right.
Yeah.
He was kind of legendary.
Yeah.
Breaking into the restaurant, Sam and Dean discover animal organs stored in the kitchen and a spell book explaining that consuming specific animal organs grants temporary animal abilities. The restaurant's head chef, Leo Webb, has been using the magic to enhance himself. Suffering from terminal cancer, he has become addicted to the ritual, using animal powers to survive and grow stronger. While investigating, Sam is attacked by Leo. The chef scratches his neck and notices that Sam heals unnaturally fast when Ezekiel secretly uses his angelic powers to repair the injury. That was well done and subtle by Jared, not easy to do when he has to sort of be Ezekiel for a second and heal his...
It was really well done.
Yeah.
And again, I thought the big bad of this episode, what was the character's name?
Leo.
Chef Leo.
Yeah.
So good. I thought he was really good.
Yeah.
And I even love the when they come through the kitchen and they're sneaking around and they see the picture of him with the hat and like there was just sort of lots of subtle humor throughout this episode.
For sure. Suspicious, Leo knocks Sam unconscious and decides he wants to learn what makes him special and eat him. Dean confronts Leo, but the chef uses abilities gained from various animals, including a chameleon camouflage, and enhances his reflexes to overpower him. While tied up, Dean learns that Leo's crimes stem from his desperation to escape death. Dean eventually frees himself and lures Leo into the parking lot. There, the dogs Dean released from the shelter arrive as an unexpected army. The pack attacks and kills Leo, ending his murderous rampage. I thought that was very good writing there.
Yeah.
Wrapping that all up.
Yep.
Afterward, Dean takes the Colonel to Dylan and Olivia, who agree to adopt him. Before the spell wears off, the Colonel tries to reveal a mysterious secret about why dogs choose to live alongside humans, but Dean loses the ability to understand him before hearing the answer.
Yeah, so funny.
Yeah. Back at the bunker, Sam questions why Leo seems so interested in him during the fight. Dean covers for Ezekiel's intervention, blaming Leo's bizarre behavior on his obsession with animal magic. Sam accepts the explanation, while Dean continues to hide the truth about the angel living inside his brother. At some point, he's going to have to tell him.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was going to be this episode.
Me too.
It seemed like it just sort of came.
Me too.
Building that direction. But
the one thing that confused me, did you see the the preview, the before?
Yeah, but I didn't watch it that closely. But yeah,
it just was very long.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, wow.
And did a lot of explaining.
And it went back to season 2.
Like I was in a clip of it where Chuck is in a clip of it where I'm talking to Becky, going, "It's all real," and I was like, "Wait, what huge is going to happen this episode?" And then they showed like Dean doing a bunch of comedy bits. I don't know why that was so. So I was almost expecting a big, something.
Oh, I bet the episode was short, so they did a longer than usual setup.
Because I was like, why are you telling me? They even went back to family business.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I was going, what am I missing here?
I was almost expecting like the French Connection.
Yeah. Something that was super referential and
I mean, the French
mistake.
French mistake, yeah. Anyway, but we'll get that into that in our next segment that we call
R Rob and Rich. Ratings. Okay. This is an easy one for me. I loved this episode. I thought it was great. I thought the bad guy was awesome and also trippy. Like the costuming was cool. It made it like, you're like, oh, this guy's just creepy out of the gate. And the forked tongue bit at the beginning was so disturbing.
Yeah.
And it's been a while since we've had like a disturbing teaser. You know what I mean? I just thought it was kind of
the chameleon,
dark in a way that I missed. And then
the chameleon in the wall.
Oh, that was so cool coming out of the wall. That was great. It was so well done.
Yeah, the shadow of him bending that guy over at the beginning.
Clever. Jared and Jensen's comedy was on point. I mean, hardcore on point.
Yeah.
And I also thought every single guest star was great. I mean, the taxidermy guy, great. Guy working the front desk of the animal shelter, great.
Yeah.
The couple doing the vegan protesting. Great.
The cop, there was a young cop that kind of looked like your son, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
That guy.
That guy was great. And also the cooks who came out with the shark fin on a
Yeah,
tray.
the cook, yeah, totally. Yeah.
They were all great, man. And then, of course, the big bad awesome and Leslie Jordan's voice and the voice of the dog. Do we know who the voice of the dog was by?
No, I wondered if maybe it was Bob Singer because he had a bit of a Bob Singer voice.
I think Bob's voice is more specific.
No, it says Al Rodrigo.
Well, he did great.
Yeah, he was great.
I thought the whole episode was a refreshing return to form when Supernatural veers from the norm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it does like something that seems other shows couldn't pull off and Supernatural can and has proven capable of doing so time and time again. This is one of those where it was very funny, but stayed true enough to its own sort of core that you didn't feel like it was jumping a shark, even though there's a shark fin in the episode.
Yeah, I agree with you. My only was that I really threw me that intro. I was like, why am I getting all this information? Because you go, okay, I'm going to need to remember this while I watch the episode. I really didn't need that at all,
right?
Because it was really, like you said, it was a classic Supernatural episode. It's kind of a monster of the week kind of thing. And
you bring up an interesting point now, but we've never had to address. Does that count into the review of a show? If it's not part of the original script and not part of the directed episode,
I don't think so.
Does the then affect the now?
I don't think so because I think it doesn't have to do with what the writers wrote or the director directed. And I have to say Eric Carmelo and Nicole Snyder wrote a great episode here.
Yeah, so good.
Tim Andrew directed the hell out of it. Like as you said, all the actors are really great. So I shouldn't let that affect it. But just personally speaking,
no, I think it's a valid note. I just think, and it's so well written. I mean,
I was like, what's this going to be? What is it? So I was like, almost like, yeah, I thought I was going to have to use more of my brain. And it really was just a funny episode. And as you say, like a classic Supernatural episode. So, but at the end of the day, that part aside, I just I loved it. It was funny. I always love when the boys do comedy. They're very funny guys. And Jared is he's such a good straight man. That in comedy, that's what we call the guy who basically me in the Rob and Rich duo. Like
now, Robert Patrick Benedict,
what?
Shut your mouth.
It's true.
Just stop it right now.
It's the guy who's going. Okay.
You're very funny. Come on.
But he does a great job of that. And of course, Jensen is just so funny. There's so many little funny bits where he's great as a dog, barking yelling at the mailman. You. And
the fetch was super funny to me.
Yeah,
it was so subtle.
All right. It's beard time.
Easy for me. To me, this one is, again, a refreshing return to, I don't know, genre bending form for Supernatural where they can leap out of the drama into a comedy seamlessly and without losing story and focus and character. I'm going to give this a big fat Chris Stapleton.
Wow. You're giving 100%.
I loved it. I thought it was great. I loved this episode.
I also love this episode. I'm not going to put it up there. I'm sort of going to reserve my A+ beard, but I really, I just love the comedy. I'm going to give it a solid beard from a very funny person we've used before. He's a top-notch beard, top-notch person, Zach Galifianakis.
I knew it. That's a good one.
Yeah.
When you started saying we've used it before, comedy.
Yeah.
Great beard.
It's a solid comedy beard.
Solid comedy beard. I mean, listen, this if you're Dog Dean Afternoon, you go home
You're happy.
swelling with pride,
Yeah.
I think. I mean, there's no shame in this beard rating system here.
No.
You got 2 wins in your columns, buddy.
Yeah. No. So I'm happy for Dog Dean Afternoon.
We all are. And I'm going to bet you dogs to donuts, dollars to donuts, Robert, that come end of year when we're doing our year-end wrap-up, this one's in the conversation.
Well, it certainly is in your conversation.
Yeah. Even though you didn't give it the old logins, I bet you we find ourselves at least discussing this.
True. Oh, 100%. And it's a good season so far. There's been no stinkers so far. And a lot of times at the beginning of the season, there are some stinkers.
There are? Do you remember this one specifically?
No, I'm just saying sometimes it takes it a while to get warmed up.
Yeah.
I feel like
you're right.
we started pretty strong.
Interesting. Now that you think about it, they did kind of two humorous ones back to back.
I always like it too. What do they call it, Rich, when they take a break from the story? Is that a bottle episode?
Well, there's the mythology episodes and there's sort of the monster of the week.
Yeah, this is like, I like the Monster of the Week where they kind of...
Me too, man.
They take a break.
I prefer the monster of the week episodes. I have figured that out about myself.
Yeah.
It's why I like seasons 1, 2, 3. Like, the big mythological seasons where they're chasing themes, I know is what kept the show on the air for 15 years.
Yeah.
It's not what gets me up in the morning here.
Right.
Like, I like the solid monster of the weeks, clever stories, dramatic teasers that are like
the serial ones that
I love it,
where you could almost watch it no matter where you are.
Yeah, you don't need to know what happened yesterday or the day after. It's great.
All right, very good conversation. Glad we went through that. But now we get to talk to a new guest on the show.
This brings me a lot of joy that we got this guy.
Yeah. And we're excited. The director of the episode, Tim Andrew, he has a long list of television credits, including Son of the Beach, Witches of East End, Teen Wolf, Midnight Texas, The Purge, and NCIS Hawaii. He also served as an executive producer or producer on those series. He directed 6 episodes of Supernatural, and this was his 4th. And here's our conversation with Tim Andrew. Hey, Tim.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I am very well. Thanks for inviting me on your podcast.
Man, we are delighted to talk to you. We enjoy your work very much.
We actually, Rob met recently in Hawaii. Do you remember?
Yes, we did.
Oh, did you guys overlap at NCIS?
Yeah, I was working on the show, and actually I was there the whole time. And Rob came in and played a tech billionaire.
Were you the PD on that?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. And that was a Lisa Domain episode. I believe she directed that.
She did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
she did. Lisa for years and years and years.
Rich knows all.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Tim, good to see you, man.
And you.
And dude, thanks for doing the podcast. You did a bunch of episodes of the show, and this one is ones that fans love. It's a standout, and we both loved. Rob and I just watched it last night in preparation for this, and it's just so good.
So funny.
Yeah, I was lucky.
Yeah, more than just funny. It was like we noticed your work. I mean, you do there's some great shots. What was the one, Rich, you were just describing?
I loved that shot you did where you to land on the icon of the vandals.
The animal rights people.
The swinging door, and the camera swings around and lands on it through the glass and racks focus to the image. It's really cool.
Yeah, thanks.
Really well done. And you say lucky, but not really. I know it's a good script. You have then the task, Tim, of balancing supernatural drama and supernatural humor, which they both do well, but, they have to share the space, so to speak.
Yeah, for sure. But they did it for so many years. I mean, I've obviously, Richard, you directed way more than I did on the show. And it's always a gift, when the cast are so good and the crew is so good. Like, you're coming into such a machine at that point. It's so helpful. And I'm glad you like that shot. But, I mentioned, this would be cool. And then those guys, the camera department, actually execute it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did it start with you in Supernatural, Tim? How did you come to be that you got these gigs on the show?
I had watched the very first episode, and you remember in that episode the mother's on the ceiling and the ceiling's on fire, and
sure.
I remember watching that and thinking, oh my God, this is so cool. This I got to work on this show. It's fantastic. But I didn't know anybody on it, and I didn't know how to get a job on it. And so, years go by, and then I did get very lucky again, because I got an email from a Warner Brothers executive for the show, Chad Kennedy.
Sure.
Chad.
He was a great guy, and he emailed me, and he had seen, I did another show called Teen Wolf at the same time.
Yeah.
And he had seen an episode of that, and, invited me to come meet him, which I did. And then literally walked me next door, and I met Bob Singer. And it was the luckiest way to get a job, because you know how hard it is to get these jobs, and it just sort of landed in my lap, and they were both so nice, and Bob was great.
That's awesome.
And then a few weeks later, I was on a plane to Vancouver.
That's awesome.
Wow.
And what do you remember what season that was? Because this is your 4th episode.
I started on season 7, which, like for most shows, you'd be like, oh, well, I've come in just at the tail end because it can't go much longer.
That's right,
Turns out.
totally.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then I did, the next, I think I went through till season 11 was
Yeah.
my last one.
Awesome.
Hey there, this is Richard Spate, and I hope you're enjoying this episode, but we need to pull over for a second for some messages. You know, when people hear that Mint Mobile plans are only $15 a month, a whole lot of people wonder, what's the catch? Well, I can tell you from firsthand experience, there isn't one. The only catch in this commercial is this guy. There are no gimmicks and no gotchas. Just unlimited talk, text, and data, fast, reliable coverage on the nation's largest 5G network, and an award-winning care team. I guess that makes Mint Mobile a catch. Kind of like this guy. Look, since switching to Mint, I've been able to keep a tight grip on my bill. I got 3 sons. They all are on the phone more than I would like, quite frankly. I don't want to go bankrupt for these kids surfing the web and calling their friends and calling their friends about surfing the web and surfing the web to find their friends to call their friends to surf more. Point being, I know what I'm spending, so there's no surprises. That's what I like, and that's what you get. Mint Mobile took what's wrong with wireless and made it right with premium wireless for $15 a month. You can even bring along your current phone and phone number. You choose from 3, 6, or 12-month plans and say goodbye to a monthly bill. Sign up online and get 3 months of premium wireless service for $15 a month. Do it. You'll be glad you did. No need to thank me, but you're welcome. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/SPNTAN. That's mintmobile.com/SPNTAN. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/SPNTAN. That's it. There's no catch. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
Guys, I can't believe it's here again. I'm talking about summer. This time is just flying by. So it's time to start thinking about what you're wearing for your summer events. You got beaches, beach parties, graduation beach parties. You've got all sorts of summery cocktails to drink. What are you going to wear? Myself, I'm very excited about this quince top that I bought. And it's kind of a fancy, it's nice. It's a nice short sleeve, 3-button collared shirt. And I love it because you can wear it. I love it because it's comfortable, but you can also wear it to the party. You can also just wear it running some errands. It's casually cool. And that's why I keep coming back to Quince. They focus on high quality essentials that feel and look amazing. Think breathable linen and soft organic cotton, well-made basics, but without the luxury markup. It's that rare balance where everything feels elevated, but still effortless. And that's what I'm going for. Effortless elevation. I mean, you've heard me talk about their tees, or their t-shirts are just soft and easy to wear. They've got linen pants and shirts for the perfect warm weather. I mean, that's if you're really classing it up. But the thing is, everything at Quince is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. So go ahead and class it up. They work directly with ethical factories and cut out the middlemen, so you're paying for quality, not brand markup. Quince goes way beyond clothing, too. They've got custom upholstered sofas, ceramic cookware, premium bedding. I got myself a really sweet carrying around bag. It's the kind of brand you end up recommending to everyone for everything, which is why I'm here talking to you now. Elevate your summer wardrobe. Go to quince.com/STN for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada, too. That's QUINCE.com/STN for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/STN.
Thanks for listening. Now, back to the episode.
Now, Tim, what's your background? Where did you get your start directing television?
I worked for the BBC in London.
Okay.
And they had a director's training program I did. And it was like film school, but you didn't have to pay. So it was fantastic, you know? And,
Right.
and then I went to the London Film Festival and saw Roger Corman give a speech. And if you're familiar with him.
I was going to say, I interned for him in college.
Fantastic. Oh,
Yeah.
amazing. Well, the speech he gave, he talks about all the directors he gave a start to, you know, James Cameron, you know, everybody, you know, Ron Howard, so many. And so I literally got on a plane, flew to New York, had no money, hitchhiked to Los Angeles, and knocked on their studio door. And I worked for him for free to start with, you know.
Wow.
And then I started, I did all the, you know, Richard, you must know, like do all the different jobs. I was an AD and the camera loader.
I never made it onto their sets. I interned there in college, again, free, and would show up. And for a period of time, I was making up slogans for the posters. And then I was reading scripts and doing development. And yeah, I never made it to the sets, but I'll share this because it's one of my favorite Corman things. They'd have you read a script and then you do your synopsis and then your review. And on the form that they gave you, they said, would this script be improved by, like, if you loved this script, should we produce it? Boom. If you say we shouldn't produce it, would this script be improved by A, nudity, B, fire, C, gunplay? I mean, I had this list of like larger trucks. Like it had this list of like just sort of B movie staples, or like,
Yeah.
if we could drop an orgy scene in here.
It's like, okay, so you say it's bad,
Are we good?
but
It's really fascinating.
and that's what Roger Corman is kind of known for, right? He's kind of a legendary B movie director.
He's kind of the B movie king, except for he also was a maestro of production management. Like he was able to generate, to Tim's point, he had an eye for talent. Jack Nicholson, Francis Ford Coppola, the list goes on and on. Lawrence Kasdan, like the people who came through there that started there. It's the who's who of everybody,
Wow.
including, by the way, Rich Spate and Tim Andrew. Apparently,
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, exactly.
But he also just did he had a model. He stuck to the model. Lawrence Kasdan tells this famous story of writing a script for Roger Corman that was a crab movie. It was like, write me a movie about a killer crab. And Lawrence Kasdan said he wrote this movie and he was super stoked. He'd never been hired to write. He turned it in and he got the script back and was super excited to see the details. And he's like, blank page, blank page, blank page. And at the end, just in big red letters, too long. And he's like, oh no, but I wrote this airtight killer crab movie. What am I going to do? I don't know what, there's no breathing room. There's nothing can come out. So he just retyped the whole thing with different margins to shorten the page count. And then they greenlit it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an awesome place. So when you knocked on their door, I want to get details on that. You knock on the door, you're going down to the offices in San Vicente or wherever you are. How did it work out?
No, I went to the stages they had in Venice.
Yeah.
Because I was staying nearby, and so I went in there, and they took it was in the days of pagers. Anybody remember pagers? And having to have quarters to make phone calls.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I got a pager so that they'd be able to contact me, and they just said, all right, well, if we need anybody, we'll call you. And so I went back. My day job was fixing boats at Marina del Rey, so I was doing that. And weeks went by, like 2 or 3 weeks, and my pager went off, and the only person I'd given the number to was them, so I knew it was them. I called, and they said, come in. My first job, say for free, was sitting on the roof of their building because it wasn't sound insulated, and I had to stare in the direction of the Santa Monica airport and keep an eye if planes were going to fly over,
Oh my God.
and warn them on the radio, like, okay, all clear. They'd roll some film and record something inside. And, if on a cloudy day, it was a very stressful job because, you'd be like, I think it's clear. Okay, go. And then immediately you hear rolling. And then this little plane that's so noisy flies right over it.
Oh my God.
And the first AD is so mean and is like yelling at me on the radio and just like, you just wasted 100 feet of film,
Oh my God.
but you can pay for that. I'm like, I'm not getting paid. But it was good.
Wow.
That's hilarious. Do you remember what movie they were shooting in there? Out of curiosity, do you have any idea what they were rolling film on beneath you?
Captain Nuke and the Bomber Boys, maybe, or I've gone blank, but it was in the sort of the late 90s.
Yeah.
Right.
She was just churning out.
Wow.
It was, or one of the one of the classic Jurassic Park ripoffs that they used to make called Carnosaur. There were several of them.
That's awesome.
And in one of those, my brother-in-law played the dinosaur.
Really?
In the film, there were supposed to be 3 dinosaurs, but we only had 1 costume, so he had to just sort of like keep appearing out of different doorways. Yeah.
Wow.
That's hilarious. Was he your brother-in-law then, or just like later in life you married his sister? How did that work out?
Yeah, later in life, we were friends there, and I married his sister.
That's so great.
Wow.
What a small world.
Yeah.
Oh, Roger Corman
All right,
got you married. He brings people together.
Yeah.
So fast forward, this is your 4th episode of Supernatural. When you got the script, working with dogs, did that worry you at all? Had you done much work with animals?
Yeah. The main dog was good. Instantly, the thing that I remember with a cold sweat, it was the end of the film, end of the episode where the dogs all attack the guy and eat him, right?
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
But we had picked this pack of dogs to look funny, right? So they were all this mixture of dogs or little ones.
Right.
And so when they were great for, looking funny, walking through the place. But in terms of like a vicious pack.
Yeah.
I will say, Rob, you and I didn't really talk about that in our synopsis, but that was one thing that stood out to me. A, I thought it was hilarious, but B, you're also like, cheers to the sound department who added like growls and it's like you're looking at these dogs, you're like,
well, yeah,
they're not that threatening, but
no, they weren't. So like you see them running up, and it's funny. But I thought about this because I thought, at the time we were like, ooh, how do we get around this? But it's that Jaws thing about not seeing the shark. So when we shot it, we're like, we shot the dogs, but they're basically having the trainer. Their trainer is lying on the ground covered in peanut butter.
Oh my God!
And they are all just having a great time, wagging their tails and licking all this peanut butter off Dad, off their trainer, and so we knew this. So like we just like, okay, that's never going to work. So we'll get a few shots of the German Shepherd dog.
And they're good for scary.
Yeah.
German Shepherds are.
Yeah. So he looked like he could do something. And then we just focused on the guy's hands through the fence,
Right.
And just, like we just hear noise effects of being eaten, and then like hands and more blood, and then the hands go limp, and, just try and do it that way.
Yeah. And you buy it. You actually buy it when you're watching it. I mean, I was aware that you were doing camera tricks, but...
Oh, you 100% buy it. The episode's great. And, again, kudos to you and the rest of the team for great casting. Everybody. The day player people are great in this episode.
Yeah. Had you worked with him before?
No, I haven't. We've kept in touch. He's a very funny guy. He's actually... like a full-time magician.
Oh, wow.
Card tricks and all the stuff. He was a very entertaining guy.
That's Steve Valentine, is that?
Steve Valentine, yeah.
Now that you say he's a magician and you say his name is Steve Valentine, those two things make sense.
Yeah,
Like
it's a magician name.
Entertainer.
Yeah.
At the opening, there's that Game of Thrones, the rodents dressed as Game of Thrones characters. Did that come from the props team? Was that you? Was that in the script?
No, it's in the script. It's Nicole and Eric I've worked with several times, and this was brilliant. I love this script.
Yeah, it's so fun.
And so that's all down to them. They just are so funny.
Yeah.
And I did another Supernatural with them, and they did another show after this called Midnight Texas.
Oh, fun.
So they were great. So that was in the script, but it's the props department, was just brilliant on Supernatural. Everybody there was top of the game,
Yeah.
I think Chris Cooper was the prop master, I think. And,
I remember Chris.
Great guy. He'd always come up with this stuff, and it was so detailed. Like the knives we always had inscriptions on them, and everything was fantastic. But they made little suits of armor, for these squirrels, and like a frock, like some kind of like dress that they would wear.
Like the ball gown really made, or whatever it was, that it made me laugh.
Yeah. This was a real taxidermist place, and they took, he got stuffed squirrels or whatever, and they took those and dressed them,
Right. God, so good.
Jensen in this one, I think, was just brilliant because it wasn't so over the top that you're just like, shrugging and like changing the channel.
100%. 100%.
It's
really clever. Like there's a bit where Sam is rolling up like trash or something and throwing it in the bin, right? And he's sort of just like distractedly going to pick it out of the bin and put it back. So he's playing he's fetch. He's playing fetch. But not doing it, joke like ridiculous. He's like doing it as just as part of his, and then then he thinks about it like, what am I doing? Either way, his performance was great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Perfect.
And we called out that scene specifically to say,
Yeah.
and give you some credit for that too, because again, somebody else could have steered him the wrong direction, but his natural instincts are so good with comedy. Jared is a class A straight man in that sequence, and in so many sequences in this episode, it's just really well balanced.
Yeah.
And we love him yelling at the mailman.
You.
But I thought that was really clever too, because again, somebody else might have just barked, and then it would have been like, doesn't seem right,
Right.
But that's him like, so what's the human version of that, and it's
He's not saying screw you, I hate you either. He's just like you.
And by the way, okay, that's something else. The mailman was funny. He like threw a look to the window, like what the
fuck is
hell?
your problem? I know it was good. It was good. We got lucky. I mean, you must have had this with when doing all your episodes. You do see the same people in Vancouver because the pond is only so big, but they were really good, and they also took the time to do it. Those were the days where you would sit in a casting room and have everybody come in for every role.
Yeah,
and if you didn't find everybody, they would give you'd have another day of it, because they didn't want to blow any part, no part was a throwaway.
No, I know. I miss those days.
No. And this show does a really good job of it too. Like time and time again, we're saying the guest stars are great. I think that's what makes it work is you've got these two solid lead actors, and then you populate it with other really good people. What about the dogs? Do dogs audition? How does that work?
Good question.
Do they bring in a bunch of dogs? You're like, all right, I want that one, that one.
Yeah, you do audition them, and see what ones work well. Actually, what we discovered on that show was that with the trainer, it was better. Like at one point, the trainer was doing too much and like talking through the takes, and it was distracting for Jensen and Jared. So we had them do less, and it instantly got good when it was just Jensen and the dog, because then the dog wasn't looking at the trainer, it was just looking at Jensen.
Yes.
And then you could get, obviously you have to always shoot a bunch of stuff on it because for eye lines and make sure it sort of has some sort of like reaction or does something with its head or its ears or something that you can interpret as a reaction.
Yeah.
And he was really good with it then it was just him and the dog. I mean, like that there's a bit in it where they're both sticking their head out the window.
Yes.
The dog did it as well, which I loved. And if they hadn't bonded, and got a lot, like the dog's just basically copying Jensen at that point.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, what are you seeing out there?
Yeah. There's a story. Is there a story about that the Yorkie, the one voiced by Leslie Jordan, was originally meant to be played by a Papillon, but the Yorkie won out at the audition? Do you know that story?
God, you know more about it than I do.
Well, we've been fed intel.
Our producer knows more than we do. So, what did you work with Leslie Jordan? How was that? What was that like?
No, actually, I have worked with him. I did a show called Son of the Beach years ago that he was in, and he was very funny. He's like a really tiny guy.
Yeah.
But just really, over the top funny, and he was perfect for this. But he didn't come.
That was all in post.
Yeah. He didn't come up to Vancouver.
On set, how did you do when Dean's talking to the animals? Did someone offset, like Robin Props or someone reading those lines?
Yeah, always have somebody to hopefully in the same sort of direction. So he's looking at that, right? He's hearing the noise come from that way, and they give a good performance.
So let me ask you this: but in terms of voice casting, I know Leslie Jordan was probably, a celebrity offer, but in casting for the Colonel voice and the other dog voices, were you involved in that? Were people sending you tapes and you're listening to voices, or how did that process transpire?
I think that is, again, down to Eric and Nicole. I think they must have picked the voices for those guys because, we had on set different people doing the voices,
I do want to say, like, it's very clever and good for the joke to have the Colonel's voice be what they went with, like this sort of Italiano, because it's a German Shepherd. They could have gone German.
Right.
They could have gone kind of angry or militant or military because he's wearing the military voice. Yeah. His name is the Colonel. And they went such the opposite direction that I thought it was really funny. It lent to the humor well.
Yeah, for sure. And that he's like looking at these guys like they're idiots all the time.
Yeah. And the pigeon's funny too. The bird or whatever is crapping on the car.
That sequence is great with the pigeon where Jensen pulls out his gun.
Yeah.
Like he's going to shoot the pigeon. That's a great
people
sequence.
Are watching.
Yeah.
I'm working up a load up here.
Your car's going to look great in white.
Yeah.
Really funny.
That voice was great too.
Yeah.
The hotel the boys are staying in is named Diamond Tim's. Do you know if that was?
Was that your stripper name? That's what Rob really wants to ask.
Yeah, that was.
And do you have a website? Is this follow-up?
That's when you regret showing a tattoo to someone.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a nod to me from the art department. Thank you.
Nice.
Who were brilliant as well. Like, my God.
Yeah.
The one of the things I noticed with Supernatural is that Jerry and John, the sets always were easy to block scenes in, because they really read the scenes like, okay, they're going to need, a window near the bathroom door or something, like whatever's happening in the scene. They really thought it through, because sometimes you work on things and you're like, oh God, how am I going to squeeze this scene into this set, because it doesn't work. But they were so good and so thoughtful in their design.
Agreed.
They like to do that, to give shout outs to people with the naming.
Yeah. I still have a little, a card or something from that motel with my name on it.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a little souvenir.
Another moment, Rich, we haven't talked about is the Matrix bullet moment.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, that was cool. Do you know whose idea that was? When the bad guy
in the kitchen, the bullet goes right past him.
Slow-mo dodges the bullet.
Yeah, I think it's a script thing as well. That was he's got the speed of whatever animal he'd eaten.
Yeah.
But yeah, every gag was thrown in there.
Yeah.
That we could possibly do.
What else we got?
Yeah,
it was very well done, and not a
very well done.
Supernatural doesn't play with speed a lot. Not in their fight sequences and their stunts. There's not a lot of ramping up, ramping down work like that. And so it really, you're right, Rob. It's funny we didn't talk about it earlier. Really stood out as a unique gimmick, and I think because they never do it, you knew that it was because of his animal traits at that moment that he was able to do that thing.
Yeah, I know that apparently was a rule from Eric Kripke at the beginning.
Yeah, no ramping up, ramping down, no.
Yeah, because I actually did it in the one I did an episode where there was a soldier from the the Confederate war, that a Confederate soldier that had a lucky penny.
Yeah, I remember that.
Or an evil penny, right? And at the end, I asked for permission to do some speed ramping and stuff to stitch all the stories together to show you how this penny traveled from the different victims.
Oh yeah.
You're sort of like, you're on it and then boom, like it's just because I was worried that it would take so long on that episode, to show all those different storylines. But with the ramping, we could just sort of like speed through it and then slow down to show the penny and then speed up again,
Right.
And he said, 9, you shan't do it.
They allowed that?
And I got special dispensation to do it on that occasion.
Wow.
Oh, right. He allowed it. Was it a tough sell?
Well, no, Eric wasn't. I've never actually met Eric.
Oh, that was a Sarah Gamble episode, right?
Right. Anyway, so I just asked them, and they said it was okay, and then we did it here again for this specific bullet gag.
Yeah, and just to follow up on this particular shot, it's a really cool shot, and I'm curious. I know it's going back a few moons here, but you have the shot. You're obviously running at high speed. And then the actor pulls out of the way, and then you just have a practical gimmick on the glass bottle, and they triggered it right as the camera arrived on it. Like, is it done as plates?
No, we just had somebody with a button and
just boom.
Yeah,
it looks great. I mean, the timing's perfect.
Yeah.
Do you recall if it took a couple of cracks at it timing wise, or did you get that on the first shot?
I can't swear that it was the first one, but I believe it was the first one, because with stuff like that, you always want to just get it over with, because the reset time is because it creates a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
So you're always just like, let's just see if we can get it first crack.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's great. It's a great bit.
Rich, can you explain what to our audience what you mean by plates? Was it plates?
Oh, well, theoretically, in some sort of visual effect shot, you would do multiple versions of the shot layered. So you might just lock the camera off and shoot and blow the bottle up.
Right.
And then go back and shoot the actor doing the dodge move.
Right.
With the camera pivot. It gets a little more tricky when the camera's moving and you're playing in speed, but like not so much anymore. It used to be harder. It's not as much now.
But this was more practical. Where
it felt practical. It felt like it was happening at the same time, where the actor was dodging and the glass was blowing, and that's why it made the shot cool, because you really felt like it was happening in real time. And I guess they just digitized the bullet later. Throw that in. Yeah. But really cool. Really well done. Yeah, you had a lot of cool shots in this, Tim. It was a cool episode.
Thank you.
And that's what I mean about, like, it's a comedy episode, right? At its core, there's a lot of humor, but it still had all the stuff that people watch Supernatural for. The bad guy was creepy as hell. The forked tongue bit at the opening was just bizarre.
Yeah.
I thought his costume was like Nick Cage meets Coyote Ugly. You know, like it was this bizarre ensemble. The comedy was funny, but the story stayed the story.
Was there ever a moment where people were laughing on set, or Jensen and Jared are laughing, and it, you know, and you had to keep renewing a take or anything like that?
I know that everybody enjoyed, you know, Jensen as the dog doing the dog stuff. Everybody was having a good time in that.
Good time.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
sure.
like even like you're watching the monitor and the cameras is sort of like, you know, like, and I'm like we can't laugh, you know.
That's so funny.
But you know, those guys were really good. They were so good with their lines and knowing each other that they would try and mess each other up.
Yes, they would.
Right. And so, and I remember the very first scene I ever did with them, as they alternate their dialogue in the scene, like whoever's on camera is doing the exact lines, but whoever's off camera is not feeding them the right lines. They are trying to make them break. You know, they're feeding them, they're calling them names, they're like, you know, making jokes. And I was like, oh my God, this is how it's going to be. This is a nightmare, and it's never going to cut together. But then I was sort of like, during the take, I realized, oh no, okay, they know exactly what they're doing. They're just just so good at it that they don't need to feed
They're
lines.
snipers.
You know, they don't. Yeah. So I was like, oh my God. So
that's what being on TV every episode for 7 seasons will get you.
Yeah.
You know, by the time you arrive, like, I gotta handle on this. They don't actually have to show up for it. Well, and then I know you've had just a great career of being a producing director as well. And is that why we don't see you deeper into the show? Like, you take over various shows in your career because you were such a staple of Supernatural for so many years. And I'm curious, was that a professional scheduling thing that just ended up being not working out again after 6 episodes?
I would love to have done more, but the thing with when you do the producing director job is that you don't have the gaps in your schedule. So with Supernatural, I was always so grateful and happy when they would call and say, hey, can you do this episode? And I'd always be I'd be able to make it work. But as time went on, if I couldn't be as flexible, and the show Supernatural had, I think, less flexibility because they got so many people wanting to direct on it. I think it just became a scheduling.
Yeah, that was my assumption, because I know that they loved you. I knew of your name, even though you and I have not ever hung out or spent any time together. But I knew of your name just because they liked you so much as a guy and as a director, that you were always spoken of very highly. And then I also know that you've been like on this tear of going from producing directing gig to producing directing gig, which also is a huge accomplishment. So congratulations on that journey. That's awesome.
Thank you. But Supernatural was very special. And I loved doing those episodes I did. I wish I could have done more. It was such a fun, like the cast, Jensen and Jared, obviously for the top of the call sheet, but everybody was really great, and all the crew. And it was always something I look forward to. Yeah. Never disappointed,
Well, that's awesome.
What are you working on now, Tim? Are you?
I've actually been doing some work on some features. I've produced a movie and I've written some other feature scripts with different people that I've worked with before, different showrunners on different shows.
Fantastic.
And so we are trying to get them made right now.
And where are you based?
I'm in LA.
Nice.
Great.
Well, it's so great. You're like one of the ones we've wanted to have on for a long time. So we really appreciate you coming to have this conversation. And hopefully we'll get you back in for another chat down the road.
That would be great.
Yeah, we'll have you on for one of your others. But it was great to see you again.
And I can say this from one Roger Corman unpaid alum to another. Delightful having you on the show.
And you too. Congratulations. This is so cool. I've been listening to a bunch of your podcasts now, because I wasn't aware of it, and really good. And I watched some of your episodes, Richard. Well done. Fantastic.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
Really,
Appreciate
really
it.
good. And you won awards. I never won awards.
I got nominated for an award that no one had ever heard of, but hey, anything for a win in the column. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
No, well done.
Thank you. And, it's interesting doing this podcast and getting to have a conversation with you. And, Rob and I were so involved in the show, but we haven't, to your point, the show has lasted so long and spanned so many seasons that people who are integral to it, yourself, Rob, and me, never met. And so, or at least you guys met on a different show, but like, it's great to sort of weave all of the storylines that existed outside of the show together. And I think the podcast is a great format to do that.
Yeah, this has been really great. And it's nice to see the shows again and then to talk to the Supernatural family, which is you lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you, buddy.
Well, we love having you on, man.
And we'll have you back towards the end of your run.
Okay, please do.
Thanks, pal. Take care.
This is Jared Padalecki stopping in to say hi and let you know that we've got to take a quick break.
Hey, everybody, this is Rob. You know, there's never been a time where I haven't needed a therapist. Even before I started seeing a therapist, I needed a therapist. And what I didn't know before I started seeing a therapist was that it's a sounding board, if nothing else. It's a place, a person you can go to who's not related to you, has no skin in the game, but they are someone that will listen to you for an hour. Now, finding the right therapist is the difficult part. And finding one who actually takes insurance, well, that's where most online therapy platforms fall short. Many don't work with insurance at all, which means you're stuck paying the full cost out of pocket or paying an expensive monthly subscription. Rula does things differently. They partner with over 100 insurance plans, making the average copay just $15 per session. That's real therapy from licensed professionals at a price that actually makes sense. Think about it. You use your insurance benefits to maintain your physical health, right? So why wouldn't you do the same for your mental health? And Rula isn't just about affordability. The experience, the whole experience, is tailored around you. Other online therapy platforms might match you with the first available provider, whether or not they're the right fit. But Rula considers your goals, your preferences, your background to provide you with a curated list of licensed, in-network therapists who are actually aligned with what you need, because they know that finding the right therapist can make all the difference. So, no wait lists. No frustrating back and forth. Rula makes it easy to find a mental health provider who is accepting new patients, and appointments are available as soon as tomorrow, whenever tomorrow is, from whenever you're listening to this. Plus, Rula sticks with you throughout the journey, so they check in to make sure you're okay and that your care is helping you move forward. You're bound to find the right one for you. Rula partners with a network of over 15,000 therapists and psychiatrists nationwide, enabling you to find your personalized solution and the right therapist for you based on your needs, preferences, and state requirements. Thousands of people are already using Rula to get affordable, high-quality therapy that's actually covered by insurance. Visit Rula.com/supernatural to get started. After you sign up, you'll be asked how you heard about them. Please support our show and let them know we sent you. So go to RULA.com/supernatural and tell them Supernatural Then and Now sent you. You deserve mental health care that works with you and not against your budget.
Starting or growing your own business can be intimidating and lonely at times. Your to-do list may feel endless with new tasks, and lists can easily begin to overrun your life. So finding the right tool that not only helps you out, but simplifies everything as a built-in business partner can be a game changer. For millions of businesses, that tool is Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US. From household names like Gymshark, Rare Beauty, and Heinz, to brands just getting started. Shopify has hundreds of ready-to-use templates that can help you build a beautiful online store that matches your brand's style. And you can tackle all the important tasks in one place, from inventory to payments to analytics and more. No need to save multiple websites or try to figure out what platform is hosting the tool that you need. And if people haven't heard about your brand, you can get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you, with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns to reach customers wherever they're scrolling or strolling. Start your business today with the industry's best business partner, Shopify, and start hearing... Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. That's shopify.com/realm.
Thanks for listening. Now, back to the episode.
What a good guy.
A guy.
What a good guy.
I'll tell you something right out of the gate. I've always heard his name. Never heard anything other than high praise. People love him as a guy. They love him as a director. But I did not know he was British. The accent surprised me as soon as he started talking.
You know, well, obviously I met him before, but I didn't connect the dots because when you meet someone it's like when you see your barber outside the barber shop and you don't know them. You know what I mean? Has that ever happened to you? That used to happen to me. Like, as a kid, that was I remember seeing my barber, who I'd been to since I was like 5. I saw him at the grocery store one time. I was like, "Hey, Rob." I was like, "Who the hell is this?" So I didn't recognize outside the barber shop. Anyway, my point is, out of context, I'm now putting it together. I completely remember meeting him in Hawaii, but it was not on the Supernatural set. But yeah, it's so great to meet him and put that all together. I did have a feeling, just seeing that the lead actor was English, I thought maybe there was a connection there, but there wasn't. But
what a great guy! When we're to his final episode, he'd be a good one to have back in and talk to some more.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, what a delight! I love bringing new people that we don't know, that the audience doesn't know, into the podcast.
Yes,
it's what elevates this podcast above any other podcast. Except for the other ones that are better than ours. But as with all things, Robert, we must move on from that fabulous conversation and dive into mythology.
Okay, this will be good. Film and TV featuring talking dogs has always been a popular trope.
Yep.
Or troop, depending.
It was a gathering of people doing it.
Yeah, Boy Scout troop. Lots of troops. Here are a few of our favorite movies featuring talking dogs in no particular order. Rich?
It's also a popular toupee. A lot of the times, gathering of dogs have bad hair. Okay, here are our favorite. Robert, quick question. Are these in some kind of particular order?
No particular order.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, then I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey, 1993.
Homeward Bound.
Shadow and Chance are among the most beloved talking dogs in family history.
Wow.
The animals don't speak to humans, but the audience hears their thoughts and conversations.
The Shaggy Dog, 1959, one of the classic family comedies.
Simon and Garfunkel.
So, this is one of the classic family comedies from Disney. While not a talking dog in the traditional sense, it's one of the most influential dog-centered fantasy films ever made, Shaggy Dog.
Yeah.
And there were lots of sequels as well.
And this was made in 1959. Did you ever see this one?
Shaggy Dog? I feel like I did. I saw one of them. I saw some of them.
I feel like I saw that maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's hard.
The big old dog with a bunch, like a sheep.
Yeah.
What kind of dog is that?
Sheepdog.
Sheepdog? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, number 3 on my next favorite one, Robert, in no order specifically. Look Who's Talking Now in 1993. For a lot of people don't realize that 1993 was literally high watermark in talking dog movies.
Yeah, the year of the talking dog.
The third entry in the franchise shifts focus to 2 dogs voiced by Danny DeVito and Diane Keaton. I'm laughing already.
Yeah, I mean, you sell it in the room. Look Who's Talking. Look Who's Talking. What was the second one? Probably Look Who's Talking 2?
Yes, and then Look Who's Talking Now.
And then this is Look Who's Talking Now. The third entry, again, this list chosen specifically by not Robin Rich, but the fourth entry is Cats and Dogs.
I want to go. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We are 0 for 3 in movies that we've seen. Just pointing that out.
Our top animal movies of all time. We haven't seen any of them yet, but Cats and Dogs, a spy comedy where dogs and cats secretly wage war. The talking animal effects were groundbreaking for the time. Rich, Cats and Dogs. Did you see it?
Well, no.
That's a negative over here as well.
It's a big negative. Let me ask you this.
Turns out I don't like talking animal movies.
Clearly not. If somebody had like a ton of copies of the DVD and VHS of Cats and Dogs, a ton of them.
Yeah.
And from a high point, maybe the top of a building or a roof, they just overturned boxes and boxes of those VHS tapes and DVDs and it's dumped all of those down on people. Would it be raining cats and dogs?
It's raining cats and dogs. Yeah. It's raining cats and dogs. That's right.
Yeah, let me ask you this. Would a reviewer, if that movie had been the biggest box office maker, the big box office winner of that year, would some New York Times clever reviewer done the headline, Raining Cats and Dogs, and been with like R-E-I-G-N?
Yeah. Okay, what's fifth on the list?
Old number 5, Good Boy. A movie called Good Boy, a surprisingly clever family sci-fi movie in which dogs reveal they are actually visitors from the dog star Sirius.
Huh.
Sirius, which is now a radio franchise, and Dog Star, which is Keanu Reeves' band.
Yeah.
I do have Sirius in my car. I've never listened to Dog Star, the band, and I have not seen Good Boy. So
Same.
There we go. We're on a roll, buddy.
Well, here is one that I've seen and I love.
Seen and loved. I've seen it many times. Love this movie.
Babe, 1995. Well, technically about a pig, the talking animal ensemble, including the sheepdogs, it's legendary.
Yeah.
The visual effects, the voice performances still hold up remarkably well. It's a great movie.
I don't like the wording here. Well, technically about a pig. It's about a pig. It stars a pig. There's a pig on the poster.
Yeah.
It's about the pig's name is Babe.
Yeah.
He's got that. He's literally number one on the call sheet. His name is above the title.
Yeah.
His name is the title.
Yeah.
It's a pig.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm all for the dogs getting a little love here, but let's not try to spin this. This is a pig movie.
Yeah. And of course,
everyone's favorite talking dog, which has probably been in several movies, like with what's his face?
well, hell, it's been in Supernatural.
That's true, in cartoon form. You're right, and then in movie form, though.
Yeah.
Who's the guy who played Shaggy? We see him sometimes around.
Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard played Shaggy to a digital Scooby-Doo in the franchise Scooby-Doo. And you know they're making your buddy Greg Berlanti is making a series of it.
Yeah, it was a series. I wasn't sure if it was a movie or a series. Yeah, with a whole bunch of young people.
Yeah, kind of more of a darker sort of Stranger Things sort of spin on it, I think.
Huh.
Anyway, just to keep our ranking going here, also never saw any of the Scooby-Doo movies.
No, I didn't either, but I like the cartoon.
Right?
I haven't seen Scooby Natural. I'm excited to see Scooby Natural in 5 years.
What I like about the TV show is I think there's going to be a bunch of hooking up with like Fred and
I hope so. That's what we always wanted.
who's Daphne?
Yeah.
Dude. You might show up for the dog, but you stay for the Daphne. You know what I mean?
Come on, yeah.
Or if you're me, you show up for the Daphne and stay for the Daphne.
Or if you're me, you show up for the Daphne and you smoke a joint with Shaggy.
Exactly.
And then you get too high and you have to call the hospital.
Looks like, and the dog drives you in the van. Looks like you and I might have a list of movies that we need to go watch.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, when we're done having fun, we'll go do that.
Yeah.
Because it's time for
Fun facts! Fun facts! Fun facts! Fun facts.
the episode's title. Comes from a 1975 film that Richard and I both love very much
Yes.
called Dog Day Afternoon, starring Al Pacino.
I know we talk about this all the time because you and I are both cinema nerds from this era, especially. But John Cazale
Yeah.
puts on
Yeah.
a masterclass
Yeah.
in this movie.
Yeah.
And this is one of the 5 films he did in the 70s that he starred in.
That's right.
All of which were nominated for Oscars. And I just think that's such a cool cinema
Yeah.
fact that enshrines him as a legend of the medium.
Yeah. He dated Meryl Streep and he died of cancer at a young age.
Can you name his movies? I know we can. Let's just do it. Godfather,
Godfather,
Godfather 2,
Godfather 2,
Deer Hunter,
Deer Hunter, yeah.
Dog Day Afternoon. Last one, starring Gene Hackman.
French Connection,
No, it's about actually a sound recordist.
The Interview, The Conversation.
Yeah, The Conversation.
Yeah.
All classics. And if you, the listening audience, have not seen all 5 of those movies,
Go see it.
first of all, go see them. It's one of the golden era of cinema is the 1970s in America, but also just to watch this guy
Yeah.
alongside Christopher Walken, De Niro, the best of the best. He's just in there.
Yeah.
Al Pacino just delivering unbelievable performances, 5 in a row,
Yeah.
and then we lose him.
All right. Well, the earlier title of the episode, which I like to call the Rich title, is Rich.
The earlier title of the episode, Robert, was Doggy Style.
Oh, Rich. That's not gonna. You can't.
John Cazale
Really?
was not in any movies that had that title, just for the record.
Nope.
The Hungarian title of the episode, Kutyam, Jerry Dean, translates to My Dog Jerry Dean. What the
Don't know.
What the bleep is up with the Hungarians? That's weird.
Maybe there's a popular person in Hungary named.
I don't know. It's weirdly cinematic trivia here. That's the same title used by the Hungarians for the 1989 movie K9. Come on, Hungarians, try harder.
Wow.
Be more like the Japanese. Robbie, what did the Japanese do for this one? They got to have some sort of canine dog-related something or another?
Maybe. I mean, my Japanese is not as good as it used to be, but loosely translated in Japanese, the title was The Happy Fun Boat That Kills You.
Well, I think if you said that like Scooby, Rappy Run Road That Rills You, then it has kind of a dog theme.
Ah, now I get it. Now I get it.
You know, we should have James Remar come and be a guest. Too bad he never did a Supernatural episode.
Yeah.
Actor James Remar, because apparently he's fluent in Japanese.
And everybody would know that reference.
You know James Remar.
I do, because I'm ancient like you.
Or because you're a lover of fine cinema and television.
Sam and Dean introduced themselves.
I knew this. Did you know this? I mean, before you even read it. Did you know it?
I did. And in fact, I thought, I'm going to ask Richard if he knew this.
I did.
Sam and Dean introduced themselves as agents Michaels and DeVille, a reference to Bret Michaels and C.C. DeVille, the singer and lead guitarist of the 80s metal band Poison.
C.C., pick up that guitar and talk to me.
That's right.
There you go.
There's also a good Styx reference somewhere in the episode. What was that?
Oh, he said...
Oh, to the dog talking about...
He said Dennis DeYoung was a weenie or something. He's like...
Did you say that about Dennis DeYoung?
Yeah, he said... And then Jared's line was funny. He's like, why are you arguing with the dog about sticks?
Yeah.
Like he knew immediately. It was funny.
Yeah.
In the opening scene, a taxidermist has small animals dressed up like characters from Game of Thrones. In the late 1800s, a taxidermist named Walter Potter set up baby animals in anthropomorphic dioramas, including baby bunnies in school, kittens getting married, squirrels playing cards, and Rob and Rich sumo wrestling. Now, and Robin's at a funeral.
Robin's at a funeral.
So weird. I'm going to go on a limb and say that Walter was a character.
Robin's at a funeral. Also a great movie about a bunch of ladies named Robin who go to...
Poor Robin's at a funeral.
Poor Robin's at a funeral.
Well, what a podcast, man. Good podcast. Is a good one. Really good episode of a show. Great to have Tim Andrew on and get to know him and hear his origin story and get to, celebrate his work a little bit. Just a great overall day for Supernatural enshrined in this podcast.
Absolutely. Thanks to Tim. Thanks to Steve. Thanks to you, Rich.
Thanks to you, Robert.
This episode of Supernatural features Jared Padalecki as Sam Winchester and Jensen Ackles as Dean Winchester.
The episode featured the voices of Al Rodrigo and Leslie Jordan.
Guest stars included Steve Valentine, Jessica Harmon, David Milcard, and Forbes Angus.
Dog Dean Afternoon was written by Eric Carmelo and Nicole Snyder, directed by Tim Andrew.
Editing by James Pickle, and music by Christopher Lennertz. Re-recording mixer was Dennis Kirk.
Executive produced by Robert Singer and Jeremy Carver.
Supernatural was created by Eric Kripke.
The episode featured the following songs: I Want to Know What Love Is by...
The episode originally aired on November 5th, 2013.
This episode of Supernatural Then and Now was hosted and executive produced by Richard Spate Jr. and Robert Benedict.
Produced by Stephen Hine, written by Stephen Hine and Haida Holscher.
And edited and associate produced by Trey Booty. Rob, I am so excited, but there's so many different ways you can do the booty thing that I'm excited for you. Booty! Music provided by Tim Wynn.
The episode was recorded with the help of Sonic Fuel Studios.
This podcast is from Story Mill Media.
Follow the podcast on Instagram and YouTube at SPN Then and Now.
Become a member of the podcast to get early access, chat rooms with other podcast fans, and video interviews at patreon.com/SPN Then and Now.
And also, those were their character names in the show.
What? Steve, this feels like a Heinean moment. I love ding-dongs. Not a Twinkie guy. Didn't like Twinkies.
No.
But I like ding-dongs. Ho-hos. Dude, ho-hos.
Ho-hos. It's not saying I'm not funny. I'm saying...
No. You are funny.
I never said I wasn't. And
you are funny.
But you
need to
that.
Not do this to yourself.
Story Mill Media.
Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
What is that?
Yeah, it's a World Cup holder.
Like the soccer tournament World Cup?
Holder. For the world. Fits every car, holds every cup.
It has a Carvana logo?
Carvana made it. They buy and sell cars, so they made a car cup holder. So, got any good cups lately?
I used to, just couldn't figure out where in the world to put them.
The World Cup holder, brought to you by Carvana, proud sponsors of the World Cup holder.
Sign up today to win yours at cup-holder2026.com. Not authorized or endorsed by FIFA. Not a real product. For parody and fair use purposes only.